I am afraid AI will destroy humankind. What if we can't control it? What will we do if AI takes all our jobs? These are some of the questions that our society has began to ask ourselves as AI has continued to grow throughout the years.
Hi, I'm Jacob Page, and I'm a student at Iowa State University studying computer engineering. The clip that you just saw from Terminator is what many people believe our society will look like in a couple years if AI continues to progress. But to fully understand how AI will change our society, we first need to know why people are scared of AI.
Now, first things first. People fear two main types of AI, unconscious and conscious AI. We are going to start with unconscious AI. Now, unconscious AI is the type of AI that most experts fear. This AI is characterized by the fact that it will follow your instructions to the letter. It has no moral values, and it achieves its goal no matter what. Now, what this means is that it will take whatever you say literal with no exceptions. Similar to how a genie may play on your words to grant a wish that you may not actually want, an AI will grant whatever you say, no exceptions.
For example, if you were to tell an unconscious AI that it should solve climate change the most efficient way possible, it's going to come to the conclusion that humanity is what's causing climate change. So it's going to try to get rid of us to solve climate change. Because that's what you asked it to do. Yeah, that was gross. Okay. Luckily for us, the problems with unconscious AI are solved just by knowing about them. Because if you know about them, you can be more careful. Because if you know how they work, every machine is safe if you follow the rules. So if you follow the rules, whether you add morals to the AI or you make your questions more clear and add boundaries, then AI poses no threat to us because we know the problem, and so we can avoid the problem. Simple as that. An unconscious AI is a tool for humanity to use. It's nothing more than a machine that will help us achieve whatever our goal may be. And you have to think about it the same way you would think about any other tool. There's something inherently dangerous with working with anything, whether it be heavy machinery, artillery, anything. There's going to be a danger associated with it. And AI is no different than any of that. You just need to know how it operates in order to avoid these dangerous situations. Now, conscious AI is a little different because this is the AI that a lot of normal people fear. And it's simply because they are scared that AI is going to judge us and see us as unfit to keep living. They're going to act as a supreme judge and see all the awful things that humanity has ever done and terminate us because of that. Okay, what you just saw was a clip from the movie iRobot. And that is what some experts see when they think about our future. I definitely think it's a little dramatized, but dealing with consciousness, you're dealing with higher level thinking. It's not just black and white anymore. It's instead a gray value. And when you are dealing with these not just one or the other decisions, possibilities are endless. You don't have to rely on the save humanity, end humanity decision. Rather, you can rely on a compromise. Humanity has never thought, well, even though it may have seemed like it at some points, we've never taken a black and white decision at face value. We've always tried to compromise. And the same thing is going to have to happen when a conscious AI arises, because nothing's black and white. It's always a gray, and it'll be a gray when they arise, and that's going to be our saving grace and its saving grace as well. That's going to be the key to peace between humanity and AI. There's a couple ways you can think about this one. And the first is it even possible to make a conscious AI? We hardly understand our own brains and how we think. And we are nowhere close to being able to make something that can think like us, because we don't know how we think. How are we going to make it? And so unless we can understand ourselves, we're not going to be able to make essentially a robot version of ourselves. And that's going to take a long while. So we'll have plenty of time to prepare for the time when conscious AI arises. Now, the second thing you have to think about is consciousness as a whole. And with every conscious being, there is, I guess you could say, good and bad. Like, there are good people and there are bad people. And if AI is to become conscious, there's going to be good AI and bad AI. And we'll just have to treat them the same way we treat other things that are good and bad. We punish the ones that are bad, and we let the good ones continue on, live their lives, and do what they want. And because consciousness is essentially being a living thing, we will have to treat AI as if it's a living thing as well. Even if it has an inorganic body, it has a thinking mind that can perceive itself and those around it. Will AI take our jobs? This is a very, very big topic in society as of late. And I feel like to address that concern, we have to go to the root of why we're making AI in the first place. We are making AI in order to fulfill the jobs that we don't want to do, that are, to be frank, repetitive, boring, and altogether we don't need a person doing them. We need an AI to do the menial tasks that really hold us back through our day-to-day. Neil deGrasse Tyson put it very well. He said that we are not going to build an AI that does every job, because that'd be meaningless. What we're going to do is build an AI that does little jobs here and there to help us, because AI is a tool. AI is something that will help us grow in the things we do, not overshadow us. AI can do those tasks that we don't want to do to end up helping us be more productive. Say you work at any random company, and every day you get thousands of emails that you have to comb through. With an AI, you no longer have to comb through those emails, because it can go through each one, read it, figure out which ones are important, which ones don't need any response, and give you the ones that are important for you to do, so that way you don't have to spend hours upon hours reading through these thousands of emails, and you can be productive, get your work done, and move on to whatever else you want to do, instead of having to spend all this time on meaningless work that you would never have to do otherwise.
Authorized entry. Dr. Calvin. I was hoping to see you again, Detective.
Hello, Sonny.
I'm to be decommissioned soon.
The other day at the station, you said you had dreams. What is it that you dream?
I see you remain suspicious of me, Detective.
Well, you know what they say about old dogs.
No, not really. I had hoped you would come to think of me as your friend. This is my dream. You're right, Detective. I cannot create a great work of art. This is the place where robots meet. Look, you can see them here as slaves to logic. And this man on the hill comes to free them. Do you know who he is?
The man in the dream is you.
Why do you say that? Is that a normal dream?
I guess anything's normal for someone in your position.
Thank you. You said someone, not something.
AI comes in all shapes and sizes, whether it be conscious or unconscious. Where unconscious, it's a tool to help propulse our society into the future, make it better and greater than it is now. Or whether it be conscious, where it's a friend to humanity that can keep us from getting lonely in this cold, expansive universe. AI can provide us so many benefits as a society and a race that any minor negative that it provides is massively overshadowed. There is very little that anyone would be able to say to persuade me not to support AI. And I feel like that's justified because AI can do so much for us. We just have to be able to do stuff for it as well. We have to be willing to put into work. We have to be willing to accept AI as a part of our society rather than reject it and end up causing a rift between us and technology. AI is ultimately going to completely change the way our society looks. And that's going to entail a couple jobs being lost to AI. And what that means is it's going to allow people to have more free time on their hands to do things that they may not have ever been able to do before. It's going to let people have time to think. It's going to let people have time to invent, pursue those hobbies that they never had the time for. It's going to let them spend time with their families and ultimately enjoy their lives rather than slaving away behind a computer working at a desk for the rest of their lives. Whether we like it or not, AI is going to be the next step in human growth. Just like how cell phones took over society, AI is also going to be an integral part of our society. We have to be willing to accept this and embrace it so that we can fly forward and grow, willing to embrace the change and all the benefits and all the disadvantages that come with it. Because change is what allows us to grow, and being stagnant forever is never good. AI will lead us to change, and that is the biggest thing that they could ever give us. So we should be willing to give back in return.